Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you brothers and sisters that watch my videos and become edified. Now, in this clip, this video, I'm gonna show you, share with you. You got the children mourning their mother in the courtroom, and I'm not trying to make light of the situation or the subject. I'm just trying to bring some edification to you, because this woman was in the wrong. No matter how tragic it may be that she was murdered, but this woman was wrong. She was a mother, she was a wife, and she was an adulteress. All right, and you women out there gonna learn. All right, becoming adulteress is gonna cost you, a lot of you women out there, a lot of you ease your life. All right. Now this woman in the video, she's married to her husband with children. She's separated. There's no such thing as separation in the scriptures. You don't separate from your husband. He either puts you away, but there's no separation. All right? And you can't be with nobody else as long as your husband lives. But this particular situation, this woman here, she goes and sleeps with another man. And by that's her undoing and his undoing. Because if he knew that she had a husband, that's punishable by death for both of them. And she was wrong. She's the adulterous woman and he's the adulterer, because he's sleeping with another man's wife, and she's sleeping with another man outside of her marriage. And that surely is punishable by death according to the scriptures. So I'm going to let you watch the video, and I'll break out to some scriptures, and Lord willing, you brothers and sisters are edified.
Raw emotions of rage erupted in a Detroit courtroom as the woman heard her mother's killer justify murdering her mother.
We were supposed to be dating. We were still dating until this plumber guy came along. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Latrice Morris Dorsey was a 42-year-old mother of 3. Latrice was married to Paul Dorsey, but was officially separated when she began dating Earl Maxwell. The relationship lasted for 4 years before this particular incident. On Father's Day, Earl stormed into Latrice's house, said hi to her beautiful 4-year-old daughter, and then pulled out a gun and shot her 10 times in the head.
Back here live, her family didn't think much of his repenting. Apparently, the judge didn't either, sentencing him to 25 to 50 years.
Now you see, and they was together for 4 years after she separated with her husband, and I believe they had a child. So, and this is a warning to these women out here, to you Eves out there. Men don't take rejection easy. So you gonna fuck around, excuse my language, and you gonna do this to the wrong man, and he gonna snap. And I'm not advocating violence towards women or anything of that nature, but you gonna do that to the wrong man, he gonna snap. So you Eve's gonna have to learn your lesson. You're gonna learn it the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Eve gonna have to learn her lesson. She gonna have to learn it the hard way. Because these men out here, they not playing. You know, men got feelings too. And when they snap, it's not for play. It's for real. It's for keeps. All right. And these women running around here, they having multiple husbands and thinks it's cute. It's not cute. You know, there's an old saying: you fuck around, you gonna lay around. You gonna stay around. All right. So you need to It's carnal, but you know what I'm saying. At the same time, listen, this is a warning. This is a warning because the spirit was put on him to murder this woman. It's no coincidences. They both adulterers, adulterer and adulteress. One of them got judged by death because she was the cause of the whole thing, and the other one, now he's going to be rotting in prison for the rest of his life because of this woman, because of this adulterous woman. So 2 lives was taken. This is Proverbs 6:32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth destroyeth his own soul. So you destroying yourself by committing adultery with a woman, with a married woman. You're destroying yourself. Because it could have went bad either way. The husband could have came back and said, nah. You know what I'm saying? And he could have just, he could have just deleted both of them. He could have ended both of their lives. This is Hebrews 13:4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, the Most High will judge. Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't playing. And he let you know. This is a stern warning. This is a stern warning. That Exodus 20:14, thou shalt not commit adultery. This is a law. Deuteronomy 22:22, if a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. And, we can't do this, and I'm not advocating violence, but in the ancient days, you'd have been put to death. There would have been no questions about it. You'd have been put to death straight up. You'd have been done. That would have been game over. But now you can't do that. If a man sleep with your woman, you gotta just suck it up, or else you're going to prison. If your woman step out on you, you can't say nothing about it now. But in the ancient days, she'd be put to death. You go to some of those Arabic countries, and you be put to death. You do something like that, they'll be dragging you by goats. This is Romans 7:3. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. So if a woman husband, passes away, he dies, she's free from that marriage. But as long as your husband lives, you are bound to that man, and the laws apply. You will be put to death. The Most High is not playing. I'm watching the news, watching a lot of videos, and women will be put to death left and right for the same reason. And it's magnifying. The Most High is not playing. He picking up the pace. He magnifying it. It's going to be a lot of people mourning because they're failing to take heed. They failing to hear the warnings. This is Deuteronomy 22. I believe I read that. I'll read it again. Deuteronomy 22:22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they shall both of them die. Salakia. if a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shall thou put away evil from Israel. Both of them. Both of y'all guilty. It's one thing if you don't know, if you ask and a woman say, nah, she married, she lying, you know, but you don't know. But if you find out, listen, go back to your husband, leave her alone, repent, leave her alone. And sometimes you got to be careful. You got to do your research. These women out here be married and they be lying, telling you you ain't got no husband, telling you don't have nobody. In reality, they got a whole husband, family, kids, whatever, you know, and they be trying to double dip and ride the cock carousel and just jump from man to man, jumping on multiple rods. So with that said, I'll say shalom to the next video.